What's going on, everybody? It's our Mike. For the first time in a long time, I have my workbench clean, so I'm doing this video out in the garage, and you guys will understand why here in a minute. So, um, a lot of our phones and smartwatches have oleophobic coatings, and even some of the screen protectors we buy have oleophobic coatings. But what happens when that stuff starts to wear out? So, for example, this is my wife's Moto 360 Women's, and we can see by the reflection it's not in bad shape. She's got a little bit of from what we can tell from the shop lights there. She's got a little bit of oil buildup on it, nothing much. Normally you can just wipe that off and it should come off nice and clean. But then when you fingerprint, my fingers are pretty dry, so I'm going to end up, I might not be able to smudge this. Try to. And I can't really smudge it that well. Let me see if I have something that I can kind of get my hands a little oily with. Alright, so I got my hand a little damp with some glass cleaner. As you can see, my hands are kind of looking pretty dirty, pretty nasty and grimy. But say, darken her screen. We'll get stuff all on it. There we go. Close out her fit. And now we can see that I have definitely gotten some fingerprint smudges and all that on there. And like I was saying, normally your oleophobic coating should help that water bead, but you can see how a lot of it didn't bead up too well. It kind of sucked in. So that's a smartwatch for you. And then on phones, like for example, we have my V20 here with this screen protector that's on it. It actually has some smudges, and it's supposed to have an oleophobic coating as well. So we shouldn't be making too much of a mess. And you can see it wipes away pretty well, but not as good as like when it was new. Now if we clean it off, we'll wipe it down using a nice clean rag, and still, even with wiping it down, we can still see some smudges and some residue on it. Not too much, but you can make out those haze areas. So the reason why I bring all this up, and look at this screen protector. This is her Pixel 2 XL, kind of nasty. Try to rub it out first, and you can see all that did was just smear, and that's probably due to makeup and things and stuff women wear. So I don't recommend using sprayers on your phones, but this one is a waterproof device, and I'm using a very light water here just to put on there, and you can see it does bubble up and turn into liquid. So it's the screen protector is doing its job and beating, but not beating everything, as you can see, as well as it should, even though the screen protector is cracked. So we'll clean it off, try to get this wiped down somewhat decently. And what I'm going to show you is a product. Now, that I'm not endorsed or anything, this is not a sponsorship, this is not a paid video, but the reason why I'm out here in the garage showing you this, let me spin around to my car for a second. I'm out in the garage showing you this because this is a product that is made for vehicles. This is my 85 Toyota Celica GTS, and it is nice and shiny and super clean. It stays garaged, but I put a coatant on it that allows it to resist absorbing water and getting water spots, and it repels water. It's got a oleophobic coating that you can put onto the car and allows it to hydro bead off water. And same thing with dust and stuff, so it makes it for a real easy cleanup on the car. But not only is this product, this is called F11, this is by Topcoat, not only is this product made for multiple surfaces such as Speed Mods Plus, EcoSafe Professional Formula, you can use this for, if we can get focus on it, you can use it on cars, trucks, planes. You can use it obviously for things around the house, but one thing they don't list is glass on here, and in our case, our glass on our phones. So this is a sample bottle. I've used it on the car. It actually, I still have some left too, which is good. As you can see, I've used it on my car twice, done 2 applications on it, and just let the car sit. But this sample bottle, since I have a little bit left, I've done this on one of my screen protectors earlier on. I'm going to do it to show you guys now. in this video. I'll include a link in the video description where you guys can find this stuff. But you rub it on, let it haze, and basically we're just going to let that cure. So it's going to haze up. And you can see it's already starting to haze. We'll make sure it's all over that glass. And like I said, this puts an oleophobic coating back onto a car, so it should be able to do the same thing for our glass. So we'll do the same thing here on this jacked up Pixel 2 XL screen protector, which yes, I do want to go with a dome one for my wife. And we will in the future. But anyway, rub that on. You can see it's already starting to haze. And we'll do the same thing with the V20 as well. Even though this screen protector is not in bad shape, still this will help give you that nice smooth, like when you glide your hand over glass, because you guys notice that too. When you glide your hand over a glass, if it's your phone glass or a screen protector, over time, you don't get that nice super smooth, like almost like you're gliding your finger over air type of feel, you know, or not air, because air you can't touch, but over a freshly polished or new surface, because you know that feeling when you first come into contact with a nice clean new surface or a fresh wax job on your car, it's just smooth, like a baby's butt type smooth. And we want to get these screens back to that. So like I said, we'll make sure this is all nice and rubbed in. And you can see it already hazes quite quickly. And since I'm doing this in the garage where it's not too hot, not too cold, it's kind of the right temperature, this is hazed up quite well. Go back to the watch, same thing. The watch, yeah, you can make it out there. So now take a clean rag and we'll buff this out. Make sure it's all nice and clean, cleaned off. And now you don't see any of it anymore, it's all gone. Do the same thing with the other two devices. Do that with the Pixel 2 XL here, with this crappy screen protector. If you guys go through my video archive, you'll find this screen protector. Trust me, it's there. You go through my videos, you'll find this one. And it's already got cracks in it. This thing's toast. And once I have the extra money to spend, I will order a dome glass for this phone as well. So, alright, and that's all done, all nice and shiny. And same thing with the V20. Wipe it down, make her nice and clean, make it nice and clean. It, he, her, she, whatever you like calling your devices, just like you would call a car. Give your car a name or a gender. Okay. And it's all nice and clean. Now just to prove that it works well, give me 1 second. Okay, I went inside and grabbed a spray bottle just so we can do this the proper way here. We will black out the screen, get a good zoom. Oh, of course I shut it. Come on. And there we go, we sprayed it. And look at how that beads up like right away. And then if we try to mark it up with our fingers, you can see like no residue on it, none of that. And that is just from one treat with this Topcoat F11 formula. Cleans right off right away, no problem. All right, and then let's try it on the Pixel 2 XL. All right, so our Pixel 2 XL is all clean, ready. Obviously picked up some dust just from the air in the garage here. We'll go ahead and spray it. Spray bottle. And look at that. Beads right up. Probably just dribbles right off. No problem. I'll give that a nice wipe off. You hear my dog barking out back there. So you can see all the little micro bubbles and everything to it. Like it does not absorb into the screen. My bad, my bad. Yeah, so that cleaned off pretty good. And so, one last time on the V20. Obviously, this is not waterproof, so I'm going to make sure we just spray in the center. And You saw that? Just dribble right down. Do it one more time so you guys can see it at your angle with the light. Just beads right off. So I think it's pretty cool. And that way your glass is nice and smooth. It has that nice feel to it again. So that is, like I said, this here F11 Topcoat, in other words known as Formula 11 by Topcoat. This sample bottle is only a 2-ounce bottle, and I was able to do my car 2 times with it, 2 treatments, and then I was able to do a carbon fiber hood and obviously spray these phones and still have a little bit left over. So if you guys are interested in it, I'll include a link below. Something that I found, wanted to share with you guys. Like I said, this is not a paid promotion or anything. I bought this bottle. This little bottle, if you guys want to buy a sample bottle from them, keep an eye out for their promotions on Facebook, I believe. That's how I found this one. They don't really sell sample bottles, just on their website. You might have to ask for it. But it's $10 basically, $9.99 for shipping and handling, and you get this bottle, and they send you this nice black microfiber rag to go with it, which is what I've been using to spray the chemical onto, and then from there rub it onto the phones. So if you guys have any comments or questions, leave them in the comments section down below. This is RF Mike. Have a great evening.